So, we talked about the loss of case markers, that only one plural morpheme is left, that you don't have grammatical gender anymore, and most of all, that you cannot, denote the cases anymore, a dative or something like this. And this has strong repercussions, and we will come to those now. Okay. Here we go. The loss of case markers, so that the cases, the relations, who does something to whom, or something like that, that they are not obvious anymore in the ending, because you just have a plural s and a genitive s, and all the rest has disappeared. We have to find other means to denote grammatical relations, and that's a case. What before was in a way denoted by the endings, we need that to converse, of course. So we have to find other means to substitute for this loss of case markers. And what happened is that the syntax was fixed. The syntax was fixed because the syntax in Old English was comparatively free. As it is in Latin, for example, to some case still in German. That was not the case anymore. You had to fix the syntax. Subject, verb, object, some of this, which turned English from a synthetic language into an analytic language. So synthetic means you synthesize, you have the stem, of course, the word, and you add synthesize endings. If you can't do this anymore, it's not a synthetic language anymore because it becomes analytic, which means fixed syntax. Let me see. Here we go. Old English. Old English. What sentence of Old English? Please grant me that. He gaf the minstrel the bog. This would be an Old English sentence, which is easily to be translated. He gave the cloister, monastery, the book. Now, that the cloister is on the receiving end is expressed by the article thumb. Thumb. And that the book is being given is the article tha. Is the accusative. He gave whom, the monastery, the book. He gave to the... Okay, it's clear. So case is contained in the articles and in the endings. And the syntax is relatively free because, you can switch that around. He gave the thab, he gaf the borg, thum Münster. He gave the book, the cloister. If you turn it around, it's still to be understood. Free syntax in the Old English because thumb, if you like, denotes the case. Who is been given what. Today, as in Middle English, we have to have a fixed syntax. And even more important, or as important as that, prepositions. He gave the book to the cloister. Here we go, to the monastery. This is how we would express it today. And there you see, you cannot switch that around. He gave the cloister to the book, it wouldn't work, or something like that. So the syntax is fixed and you use prepositions. And these are the signs of an analytic language. Fixed syntax and prepositions. I give you more examples. Once again, to sum it up, synthetic languages work in suffixes with a relatively free syntax. Analytic languages, modern English, fixed syntax, subject, verb, object, and prepositions. Okay, just remember that. One more sentence, Old English. Leo kisseth Gumman. And you see, Gumma is the man, and Leo is the lioness, usually, but lion, okay. Who kisses whom is denoted by the ending here. Yeah, Leo, nominative, kisseth whom, gumman. You need the N, then it is clear that he is being kissed. And if you switch that around, it's the man who kisses the lion. Yeah, Guma kisseth Leon. Okay, switch it around. You can't switch it around because you have the N. And if the N is added to the line, he's on the receiving end. And if you add it to, or she, yeah, if you add it to the man, he's on the receiving end. Here we go. Yeah, the nominative has a 0 morpheme, and the accusative, if you like, has an N. Okay. Old English is synthetic, and therefore you can switch it around. Kissed Gumma, kisseth Leon, Leo kisseth Gumma, Leo Gumma kisseth. It all means the same thing, because the N denotes that the lion is being kissed. Okay? Modern English, by contrast, is analytic, which means the man kisseth the lion. Just make the test. Okay, switch it around, the lion kisses the man. It's just the opposite. You have to fix the syntax once again. This is the analytic language. So, yeah. I mean, how do I go on? Yeah. Endings are lost. No case markers anymore, because of the Norman conquest and the loss of standard and all these things. The language is simplified morphologically, and because it's morphologically simplified, you have to fix the syntax, which means turn the language from a synthetic language into an analytic one. Okay, here we go. Loss of endings and word formation. We have to talk about that as well. What does it mean if the loss of endings? The loss of endings, no endings anymore. And this means, contemporary English, the 0 conversion, which means English has the possibility to turn here a noun into a verb by doing nothing at all. Okay, just you say email is a noun, you say to email. Okay, or WhatsApp is a noun, to WhatsApp. Okay, let's WhatsApp tonight. Something like this. Let's email. Okay, or impact is a noun, to impact. I don't know, the meter impacted on. Something like that. Text or to text me. Text me. But text is a noun. So you can do this because you don't have any endings anymore in German. Impossible. In German, if you turn a noun to verb, you have to add endings, verbal endings or some other, which is very complicated. Even prefixes and stuff like that. Let us go shop. Lass uns shoppen gehen. You have to add. 0 conversion is impossible because German still has the endings. Historically speaking, loads of 0 conversions. Up there. Strike, salt, pepper, switch. To butter. To butter a toast, or something like this. Okay, to ship, something like that. Okay, to pepper. Here we go. All these are 0 conversions, which is only possible if you don't have any endings anymore. If you have endings, this cannot be done. So 0 conversion is one of the benefits of having lost the case markers and endings altogether, which, of course, is very productive in contemporary English. Germans try to imitate it, but you always have to, it sounds awful, add something before a prefix and then probably something like that up. I don't want to give you examples here. Okay, all right. This is what I wanted to say about the noun and its conversion, okay? Yeah, it's easy in English, but therefore you have to fix the syntax. Let us go shop in the shop. It's clear. Us, shop, the noun. Let us go. Shop is the verb. In the shop, preposition and noun. You cannot switch that around. Let us in the shop. Well, you would be understood. That sounds a bit awkward, doesn't it? Okay, here we go. This is what I wanted to say about the noun. We will return to the noun later on and to all these things, fixed syntax. But there you see one more thing, how syntax and morphology go together. This is why we sometimes call it morphosyntax, because, I mean, one change in morphology will have an impact on the syntax as well. Lots of endings in morphology fix the syntax. So those two go together morpho-syntactically. Okay, let's stop here, and in the next installment we will be talking about the verb. Okay.